Alright, third time's a charm. Sorry. One was the wrong day, so I had to delete it, and then the other one had brief nudity, and I'm just not trying to become that type of channel that shows nudity. It's not the reason why I do my art, because I at least want this to be family friendly in some extent. And I don't want to deal with YouTube's algorithm and censorship and all that other stuff. It's a whole can of worms, so yeah. Alright, back to this. Alright. Still organizing my stuff, so it's not going to be the greatest stream that I've ever done, but it'll be interesting. So let's see. More or less just separating the things that are slightly inappropriate for just what I do. I don't mind nudity or anything like that, it's just people take it too harshly. I wouldn't mind if there were more people overseas that had different opinions of what we do and all that. Yeah, I'm not opening any of these files because I'll open some of these later. And I think I completed that. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, let's leave other alone. That's why I have it in other, for the most part. Let's see. All of that looks good. So many different projects. Alright, so I think we're good with that. Alright, so I'm not going to be drawing a lot of stuff today, more of fixing up my previous artwork and cancel that. Let me actually finish her off. I think I was trying to... I know, I spent about an hour just troubleshooting. Mostly what I do. So, let's get back to this. There are just so many issues with all different sorts of programs, and when you do something wrong, it adds onto it, so yeah. Alright. So you have your initial idea, everything's ready and set. And you flesh out the idea little by little. I do like elves too, but come on, Adobe, work with me here. No, there's so many bugs in every single program. I probably found them all, or a good deal of them at least. because there's a glitch on Adobe Photoshop. So this glitch happens on computers that do not have the fastest, well, they're not the fastest of machines out there by far. And because they're not the fastest, they lag behind a little bit because of all the software and all the things being put in the background by our manufacturers of our machines. Because we truly do not own the full rights of the machine, because the first thing that comes to mind when thinking about any form of computer is that you're stuck within an operating system. Those operating systems are either made by corporations, creators. If you really want the best, that has the highest amount of security, you look for a system that has a well-trusted brand. Okay, weird. Adobe. Are you kidding? See, this is one of the issues that I have with Adobe. It has a bug where whenever you're using it, for whatever reason, even though you have enough RAM and all that, and no, Adobe is a hog on your computer. It really takes away most of your memory on your computer whenever you're drawing. There are good things about it, but at the same time, it's irritating. Every time I draw and stream and all that, I have to turn off everything except for one page on a browser, Photoshop itself, Finder, which I can never close because it will always be open, and then in that process, it still doesn't function the way it should, because there's still glitches that happen from time to time where it tends to freak out every time I draw. And then the other one that I've found, which is even more annoying, is the fact that it creates lines where I don't want them. So here's a straight line, right? So you hold Shift and draw. Well, you would think it would let you draw. And then it Phantom does stuff. Kind of pisses me off there, but so, and then when you draw the next line, it shouldn't connect, right? No, it connects like this. So this is one of the issues that I have with Adobe on straight lines. This happens on every single type of drawing program that I've ever tried out. This is one of the features. Yeah, no, it's an annoying feature because you have to undo and then redraw it every single time. So if you do this, hold Shift and draw, then Command Z, then Shift, and then draw, you're fine. But if you do it right after, it'll create that line in between. So if I create something after that, it does that. For whatever reason, drawing programs have that feature. It's a bug that needs to be fixed by all means. it's more of a bug associated with Adobe programs, but whenever you're drawing in Adobe, just try that. See what happens, because it will... sorry. Adobe issues. It will do that. And the reason why I can't step away from Adobe and say, oh yeah, just use another program. I've tried. I've really tried. I've tried multiple different programs here. So, my most favorite one that I've recently downloaded is Fire Alpaca. It's going to take a moment for it to load, but, well, it's... Oh, there we go. And, yeah. Alright, file, new. So, 600 DPI, that's fine. CMYK, we'll just say Adobe RGB because it's standard. The 1998 edition version. But the nice thing about Fire Alpaca is it has this right here. It's an overview of the whole image that you're drawing. But it is a lot better, but it's still trying to do an octagon-like pattern. Sorry, my stomach's growling a bit. But, yeah, it's still trying to make things slightly geometric, but it is better when dealing with a stream. It's just more annoying dealing with it. And at least it quits after you close it. But then we go to Clip Studio. Yeah. Clip Studio, I love it. It is a beautiful program. Don't get me wrong. There have been patches and updates and all that stuff. It is a favorite of mine, but I cannot stream with it. If I want to draw on it, I can draw on it, but I cannot record anything while I do it on this computer. This is a 2018 Mac Mini. I have it at 600 DPI, like I always do. Another 5x7. But this is what happens. So, yeah. It is a lot more geometric whenever I deal with this. When I'm using the program on its own, it does not have this issue. It's only when I'm streaming that it has that issue. Probably because I have Adobe open, but that's usually not the case. Oh, Fire Alpaca is gone. Okay, yeah. That's usually not the case. I'm going to exit out of numbers too. Quit. But yeah, no, I've tried many different programs. I've tried Rebel, and that doesn't work very well either. This is, Photoshop does well with streaming more so than any other program whenever I'm drawing. And yes, I could just do this on a Linux machine. I could take the easy way out. But I want to at least put out those issues that they have not been fixed. And this has been an issue with Adobe and other programs for years. Not so much Clip Studio. Clip Studio was fine until every update that goes by through Apple, there's an issue that follows. And everyone is truly to blame with all of this. And I mean both users and just the environment that people have grown to love and cherish. It does need to be fixed. There are blatant issues in everything, and the thing is, people need beta testers and all that stuff, but the thing is, they also need to get paid for it, because any form of effort needs to be somewhat rewarded. And it's not. That's why a lot of these programs that we've known and loved over the years, and the subscription-based programs that exist, there are folly for not even paying attention to all this. I am not joking on that, because we could have prevented Adobe from going completely subscription-based. We could have voiced our opinion throughout the masses and all that. But we didn't. We just accepted things as they were. And the thing is, Adobe just needed to lower their prices. That for certain things. For their more popular products, they should still offer a subscription-based system, but we should also be able to buy that product itself. At the same time, they should have let so many different things out. It has been a struggle with all these different subscription things that have accrued over time, and the multitude of merriment that has only gotten worse over the years. So, yeah, it is quite a big disappointment to a lot of different viewers, well, a lot of different people who've used Adobe products through a multitude and myriad of ways. I like Adobe products, yes. I wish they were better. I wish I didn't have to pay a monthly subscription that actually costs more overall than the actual amount that it would be to just pay for the programs themselves. You could so here's what's happening, and what happened. Let me go to the main camera. But here's what's happening from our standpoint, from Adobe and all that stuff. So CS6, you could actually get that for around $300. It would include Photoshop, Adobe Illustrator, and a few other programs, even After Effects. But now you can get all that with a monthly subscription, and a yearly subscription of $200 to $300. So it'd be better just to save for the product. I know shareholders and all of that, they're what control many different companies. And there are many different ways that they trap people in their products. It is a horrible scheme. And Adobe has been getting worse over the years as their villainy has only increased. And I say villainy, not, because it is outright cruel in the sense of what they're doing. Don't get me wrong, this isn't the only company. Adobe is just the one I constantly use every day. Apple is no different on the fact that they've become a lot greedier over the years as well. Their products aren't really, they were never truly meant for the consumer, but the fact that they're not really thinking outside the box of what ideas to do. Apple Silicon, yes, it is a good idea, but the thing is, you're not really reinventing the architecture that already exists. And it is just one of the things that there are just so many things that need to be fixed over time. So why not even try to fix it? The first one who takes the step, and I am not joking here. So everything that I am saying, even though it's live and people can't really see me in a general sense of the word, but the thing is, what I'm saying is that the first person who takes the step can also change the reality at present. Adobe can fix what's wrong with them, and there are many things that are wrong with them at this point. So the fact that they're using AI, there should just be a program where it, and there are free programs, yes, but as I've showed you, I've tried many different programs, even free programs, that don't exactly work the way that I wish they would. Because Bitcoin, yeah. Because there are many different programs over which I've tried. There's Bitcoin Gold. No longer supported by Mac. Yeah, and that's also another reason why I have older Macs that do not run more current and up-to-date system requirements, because they work better on those previous OS operating systems than they have ever worked on any more modern stuff. So I keep them to their original state, even though it's slightly less secure. But hey, the computer functions a lot better when I use the right OS. So yeah, that's why I tend not to update during certain standpoints on my older machines. So once this machine is done and off to pasture, and the thing is, I don't retire my machines until I truly break them. And what I mean by that is, I literally break them with years and years of use. I had a 10-year-old machine. Yes, I had a 10-year-old Mac Mini. I have an older one too. My mom has that one. But I don't get rid of my machines for the reason that I know I can use them for something. And Mac Minis are small, so I can keep them a lot easier. But what I want to do eventually is link everything together in a sort of computer network on my own volition. But yeah, no, let's see, yay, Fire Alpaca, Eve, play Eve for very long, sorry, just a bit tired. Gris I can no longer play because it's locked behind a paywall. A lot of different things on that. And then Amazing Converter, that's one of the ones that works very well. I'm more of using this for fun. iCode, Barcode, iBooks Author, which I keep because it's a lot better than what I can use for anything else, especially Pages. That's why I'm just writing everything. Synergy, which no longer even functions here. Subtitle Factory. Now this one is one to get if you're really translating subtitles on the Mac, and that's pretty much all you have. It's probably best if you have multiple different things, but yeah, it's one of the better ones. There's Video Subtitler, which it embeds it, but it embeds it in a way where it's burned into the image, so you can't remove it once it's done. Yeah. But yeah, and then 3D software. But yeah, I have Motion Pro, Moho, animation programs, Mischief. I love Mischief. All they needed to do was update it, but the thing is, they made it too cheap, and it kind of disappeared because of that. So, no, it doesn't really show so many programs, but I've deleted them along the way, so I no longer have them on my computer, because what wastes space doesn't really help me any. So, and then, so the way I figure it out on ears, though, as I'm talking your ear off while streaming, is you kind of make a few options for ears. So there's this one right here. So there's a bump. You go down. You go out more, and wrap around. And then you wrap around again, and then go back in. And so that creates the general purpose of the ear. It's better if it's smaller. And you can add all extra details like this and that. Then there are earrings and all that glorious stuff. And then with earrings, there are many different types of earrings. So there's the general stud. Then there's the stud and the hook. Then there's the very, very expensive earrings that just go down in a ribbon like that. Then there's the more complicated ones that have more of a pattern like this. And then they string up like that. And voila, you have a very, very simple earring. And then there are slightly more complicated ones where they're diamonds. And then they just go like that. And you can put a design in it, whatever design you wanted. Something like that. But yeah. I'm going to copy that. Copy, paste, and erase from here. It's more of just reference for later. Everything you draw can be used as reference, so might as well. But I love anime and all that stuff. It is one of my very utmost passionate things that I've always liked. Come on. Oh, it's on eraser, isn't it? There we go. But yeah, and I like doing my own subtitles and all that. It's fun. I can add a few little tweaks here and there, change colors. There's a lot more you can do with subtitles than what one thinks. So let me bring up text edit. I'm gonna just move this over here to, there we go. So, new document. So, Command plus, right? Yeah, I'm just enlarging this so you can at least see it a little bit better. But SRT is, I don't know the acronym standpoint, but an SRT an SRT subtitle can do a few different things. And most people don't know this, but an SRT subtitle can have different colors associated to each letter or character. And what that means is that you can have the period right here in a different color. You could have the R in a different color. You could even have 2 and 3 in different colors. So SRT subtitle, different colors associated to each character or letter or character, which basically means it can be a different color per every single letter. I don't want you to do that, but you could. Italics. Italics. There we go. Italics, bold. So, and italics, Command I, Command B, bold. Command U, Command C. Yeah, I didn't mean to do everything. Underline, Command U, Command U, Command U, Command C. Well, underline, you get what I mean. But you can have just this underline, and then, okay, so everything outside of this, I don't want underline. Strike through. So, Command S, well, that's something else. I don't know what strike through, but you can do strike through as well. Those are the different features that you can do. For this particular subtitle. You cannot change font, or style, or anything else. So there's one more. So you can change the position of the subtitle as well. But you can only move it from top, middle, or bottom. Those are your options for position. Now with the Ask subtitle, you can change. So with the Ask subtitle, you can change the opacity. You can change the font type, font color, font position on the screen, font rotation. You see where I'm going there, but you can do quite a bit with as subtitles, and it has no equal in this position. But yeah, font type, font color, font position on screen, font rotation, fade, font fade, font line border, font shadow, yes. Image, basically image cover, where you can cover up something that has words already, and then so on and so forth. You can do quite a bit with, because you can do so much more, but you can do this too. Command copy. So yeah, you can do those as well. So it's like it's not the only thing that you can do. But yeah, there's so many different positions you could place it in. You could change the color. You can make it fade in and out. You can even have everything different colors and whatnot. But you can change. You can have different fonts. Different fonts for different words. Well, different words / letters / characters. It is pretty nice as what it can do. Of course, you just have to understand the basis of HTML. That's really all that it is simple HTML wrapped into a font. There are issues that do come across when dealing with any sort of ASP programs or anything like that. They do need other support for that. Yeah, I'm talking about basically everything that you can do with all these different things. And there's so many different things that you can do that will make quite a difference with what you're doing with it. But yeah, no, I love making different subtitles and come on, Adobe. Come on. Work with me here. But yeah, there are just so many issues. I shouldn't really be having this issue because there are not very many programs. I do have a fan program running because the Mac Mini, I have to keep the fans at full tilt. Because the Mac Mini itself gets hot, warm to the touch on its unibody device. So I probably need to clean it out too. It's probably collected dust. Bitdefender and all that. Yeah. But I mostly just wanted to have you see the process of the things I go through and what I'm trying to do. Yep, she looks better. To some degree. But I'm going to stop it there. I know I've mostly just talked your ear off for the last 40 minutes. But I do hope you guys have a good night or good morning, whatever it may be when you watch this. But thanks for joining, and I do hope to see you guys next time. And also, tomorrow I will be on TikTok, so I will be streaming for painting and all that. I didn't put it on the last couple of streams. But hey, what can you do? I'm not trying to separate my traffic, but I do like to do physical paintings and such on TikTok, and I'm going to be double recording because I'm also going to be posting that on YouTube as well, so you'll have content with content of content, so there's more content to come, and there are more videos that I need to upload and finish for you guys. But thanks for joining, and for those who did peep in for the first stream, thanks for that. I'm sorry I had to delete it, even though you went into and watched it. But I hope you guys have a good night and good morning, and see you guys soon. And oh yes, I will be going to a jamboree in Gilmore. So there will be, I'll have my art, my stickers, my bookmarks, my prints, actual physical notations of my storefront. So you'll get to see some of that. So I hope to see you guys soon, and if you join me there, thanks, and yeah, I need to get something to eat, and also see you guys next time. I'm still working on my other projects. I've put them on a temporary hold, and this hold won't be for a long time because what I'm trying to do is also compile all my websites and such. So see you guys next time. Hope to see you at the jamboree, and as it comes closer, I'll put in more details. Thanks for joining, and see you guys next time. I've said that 3 times. Alright, bye.